Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to David Johnson's Fantasy Snapshot. In 2019, Johnson will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 292.3 fantasy points to running backs, 9th least in the NFL with 4.31 yards per carry and 15 touchdowns on average.
David Johnson. And David Johnson gets down there the goal line. Are they going to call it touchdown? Cardinals.
Breaking down his rushing patterns are the worst in the league, and it's all due to play calling early on in the season. You can't run 61% of all your runs straight up the middle and think you're going to have success. No other back has this one-sided patterns, and compare this to other DJ seasons and it is insane. If this was a less talented running back, he would have been useless, but Johnson still managed to gain 3.9 yards per carry up the middle, and this is what saved the season. In 2016, he had 44% of his runs go up the middle and average over 5 yards per carry when he bounced it outside compared to 3.2 and 2.8 in 2018. He has way more if the play calling is better. The opponent that fits his strengths the best are the Cincinnati Bengals. They gave up 5.9 yards per carry to running backs in Johnson's best lanes up the A-gap, so be sure to start him in DFS for that game. His one-game floor is 6.8 points and ceiling 22.6 based on the last 3 years. This ranks as the 8th highest floor and 10th highest ceiling. Considering the circumstances, very impressive. The likeliness of him scoring above the ceiling and booming, a good 2.8%, while his bust risk below the floor is a low 0.9. His touchdown rate last year was 2.7, 34th highest in the league. This is 0.6 below league average, so I expect this to go up slightly next year. And based on my market share study, I have him projected for 223 carries and 71 targets in 2019, with a massive chance of this going up with Murray. Johnson should have been started 10 weeks last year, so even with all the negative comments surrounding his performance, he was still very good for fantasy football, just not a top 3 pick. The situation breakdown for Johnson shows that he struggled to score his average when he played at home. He scored a little bit more against teams with a bottom 16 run defense, but scored more against teams with a winning record, so really steps up his game when the team needs him.
Fake it to him. They're going to throw. Palmer has a completion. That's a biggie. There's the rookie. Johnson. All the way. Touchdown.
I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. Johnson saw 29 red zone carries in 2018, and with those carries, he scored 7 touchdowns. With 74% of all Cardinals red zone carries, but only 29 touches, we can deduce that they did not have that many red zone plays. I expect him to have the same amount of shares, but have way more carries just based on positive regression and land on 8 to 10 rushdown touchdowns instead of 7. The average risk of Johnson not scoring above 10 fantasy points in 2018 was 29.5. He's the start of the next tier of running backs. We have the top 8 guys, Joe Mixon, and now David Johnson starts the 3rd tier of running backs. And based on his current ADP of 10th overall and all the numbers in this video, I give him a draft grade of A. There's a new quarterback, new coach, and a healthy David Johnson. I like this pick. If you have to go running back late in the 1st, I'll go him over Mixon and Connor any day of the week thanks to his versatility and known upside.
Bringing pressure, it's David Johnson. Beautiful cut. David Johnson off to the races. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.